Hello, Battlefield fans. Welcome here. Once you start hearing information and stuff about the next Battlefield game, you get excited. It's like, wow, you cannot wait to play the game. Even though I don't know what it's gonna be like, I cannot wait because Battlefield is always kind of fun. And especially because of the news that we got at the moment of this commentary. Well, we are February 2016. So one of the things that I was reading is that Battlefield 5 is going back to its military roots. It's going to be a military-based game. So basically, it's what you're watching right now. Military-based gameplay, just like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3. And to me, that's really, really exciting. The other part of the news article that I was reading, it mentioned that it, like, even back in, listen to this, 2013 Battlefield 5 is in development already, right? And the guy, his name was Patrick Back. Yeah, he said that the game was looking great and there's gonna have more extras, more feature, and more, listen to this, more destruction. So once you start reading all this news and all this stuff, it's like you can't help to think like how cool this is going to be, and we hope that it's going to be great. If you're a fan of the Battlefield franchise, you get excited. Wow, we're finally going to go back to military stuff, more destruction and more fun, and that is great. Don't get me wrong. I think Battlefield Hardline is a fun game. I played the beta, and for me, it ran smooth on my PS3. By the way, this gameplay here that you're watching right now, it's on PlayStation 3. But I mean, it ran fine on PlayStation 3, the beta for Hardline, and it was pretty fun. But it didn't have that, I don't know, Battlefield thing that I like. Even though it was a fun game, it wasn't uh, one of those games that I was gonna go crazy and go and get it. Same thing happened with Star Wars Battlefront. Visually, the game looks very nice, maybe more than nice. It looks just amazing. But to me, it didn't have a soul. Yes, Star Wars is pretty fun. I love the beta as well. Good sounds, good visuals. But that's it. It was something's missing, and it didn't catch my full attention. So that's why I decided to skip it. And for Battlefield 5, hearing that we're going back to military stuff, it's great because once you hear the name Battlefield, at least in my case, the first thing that comes to my mind is like Caption Border or one of those really giant desert maps in Bad Company 2, which I forgot the name. It's just like pretty crazy stuff, like giant maps, really cool vehicle warfare and jets and helicopters, very insane stuff, and that's great. That's great. So I think it's time for us to go back to that. Some people say, well, World War II, and that'll be great. I think if these guys manage to bring a World War II game with the First by 3 engine, or First by 4, who knows if they already it's called 4, you never know. Like every 2 years they change the name. But let's call it First by 3. With the First by 3 engine, really old school tanks and ridiculous destruction, and that it'll be probably one of the best shooters games like ever. It'll be the new Call of Duty 4 in my opinion. You know how Call of Duty 4 revolutionized shooters and everybody was going nuts. I think it'll be the new Call of Duty 4. But anyways, so yes, military, no more cotton robbers, no more futuristic stuff, and that's great because people are getting tired of the futuristic stuff. And one of the reasons why we're getting tired of it is because everybody is doing the same thing. So when you get the same type of game, from different developers, different games, but all like basically the same sci-fi futuristic, it just get boring. So I think it's time for us to get something different. Either Modern Warfare or just go back to World War II or something like that, but not so much of this futuristic stuff because it just gets too boring. So it'll be fun, and this is why I'm already looking forward to Battlefield 5. It's going back to what you're looking right now on your screen, like Modern Warfare, military based, gameplay. That's great. So if you happen to play, let's say, Destiny, which is all sci-fi and all that stuff, and then you go back to Black Ops 3 and running walls, same thing with Titanfall. But then you want to play a shooter game that is different. You don't want to run on walls. You don't want to run with swords and stuff like that. And playing a game that like this one, it's just like great, so cool. It's another shooter game, yes, but it's not futuristic. It's fun. So I think it's a smart move. I think it's great, and I think we also need a World War II game. I was reading actually watching video footage of a new game uh, developed by these guys from the UK, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's called Battlefield 1942 or something like that. And I think it'll be only multiplayer, but it will be like World War II. And what they want to do is, or what happened, all those guys who made the game are like, Call of Duty fans, and they just want another game like the old school, Call of Duty game. So it's not the same engine, but it's basically the same idea. The World War II, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 2, kind of like vibe, but with the 2016 graphics and stuff. So very interesting. So you can look it up. I think it's Battlefield 1942. You can look it up on the web. IGN, all those sites, have the I don't want to say trailer, but some of the gameplay footage of it that they got so far, and looks very interesting. World War II stuff, no perks, no weird stuff. What they want is go back to some of the old school where it's all about skill, and it's you and your gun, no score restriction or nothing helping you. Don't get me wrong, score restriction stuff is pretty fun, but yeah, games like this one, not this Battlefield, but the one I'm talking about, it's all about you and your gun and your skill and whatever you can do to survive and get some kills. So sounds interesting, sounds promising, and I believe I'll put on the screen in the description the real name if I'm making a mistake right now. And also, if you want, I can give you a link so you can go and check out the footage. But it's something very interesting. Finally going back to some of the other stuff. And you know what? Same thing happened years ago when everybody was making World War II games, and people got tired of it. It's because everybody and every single developer was doing World War II. So it's like, man, it's so boring. So that's when Call of Duty 4 came out. It's like, wow, this is so great. I know it's a shooting game, but this is modern warfare. So again, history repeats itself once again, and this time around is with the futuristic shooters. Like too much of the same. So we need a break from that. Just bring us something else, and that's the key. So hopefully, Battlefield 5, hits the nail, or hits it what it's supposed to be, like right there in the spot, and makes a very nasty game. And we just get to enjoy. So like the guy said, more features, more destruction, and that's great. More destruction. So does this mean it's going like Battlefield Bad Company 2 crazy like that? That'll be insane. That'll be insane, and I think that's what we need right now. That's what we need. And games such as Call of Duty will have a very serious competition. So I don't know what's going to be the next Call of Duty, but I do love shooter games, and I do play everything, and it's all fun. But Battlefield is one of those games that really holds a special place in my heart when it comes to video games. I don't know, it's just, I don't know what it is, but I just like it a lot. I think it's a good game between I don't know, being realistic and also not so realistic, because you get like unlimited sprint and all the stuff that which is just not realistic, but everything else is realistic in the game. So it's kind of funny mix right there, right? But I think it's very cool. In a way, it's challenging, especially all you snipers have to take distance in consideration, all the stuff. So it's challenging. Same thing with the weapons. Not all the weapons have like a laser beam, so you need to watch for the recoil and in the range of this gun. Sometimes it's like it seems like it's close, but it isn't. And I mean, everything is more complicated, and maybe that's why I like it. Because you have to kind of like develop some sort of skill and awareness of like how good your gun is at certain ranges, and what's good is not good for this gun or for that gun. So I think it's very great. So more feature, more extras, so more customization, because as far as I know, Battlefield 4 has pretty good customization. We got tons of weapons. With the DLC you get tons of weapons and maps, and so it's insane. So DICE and Battlefield games are kind of known for like giving you like a decent amount of weapons, almost like Borderlands. It's ridiculous, and that's great. So we'll see how Battlefield 5 does in this department when it comes to weapons and customization. I don't care so much about camos. Really, camos is not something that I really look forward to. But one thing that I found here in the Battlefield 4 kind of in a way kind of stupid and didn't make sense was the amount of the same attachments and how useless they are, because yes, they give you three different type of suppressors. They all do the same thing, just a different shape. So it's like it's kind of useless. Maybe we need to add something else. Just one suppressor is fine. Just because the other one is chubby, and the other one is like really long and thin, doesn't mean that the guy is going to handle different. Same range, same everything. It's just a different shape. So I think it's such a like wasted um, effort right there to create that. Maybe a different attachment would be nice. Maybe something else, but it's all good. It's all good, and hopefully we get the M16 in Battlefield 5, because this is what I'm using right here. The M16 power is always good. One of those weapons that people get really pissed off when you kill them with it. Not only in the Battlefield 4, but remember Call of Duty 4 and even in Battlefield 3. One of the most used weapons in Battlefield 3, and yeah, I use it a lot too in that game as well. I'm not gonna deny it. It was pretty beast, and I loved it. As well as the AK. I used all the weapons. If you watch my videos on the other channel, it was very fun. But the M16 was a very good, very interesting weapon to use, and I liked it. So hopefully we get this weapon back in Battlefield 5, because really looking forward to it. And I'm gonna get the last kill over here. We had to finish this game on an epic note, against this sniper over here. There you go. Thank you very much for your tax. So anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Watch. I hope you enjoyed this game, this commentary. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Battlefield 5 and all this little news. And in the meantime, check out my channel, other videos, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Later.